Hi guys. Okay, so today's episode is basically centered around Prince, Dorothy, Lilo, and T-Baj. And it started with Prince, Ebuka asking Prince about Dorothy and him, what transpired. So Prince is saying that everything was good between Dorothy and him until they had a conversation on a certain day, which didn't end well. That he thought it was one of those bad days between friends until he got notifications that she blocked him on all social media platform. That he also tried reaching her with his brother's phone, and she read the message and blocked him too. He says he kind of screwed up, that he screwed up and he was trying to apologize and explain the situation. So Dorothy feels that, she says that she feels Prince was manipulative and not sincere with some things. She explains that Prince was her friend in the house and there was nothing else to it because he had a thing with T-Baj. When they left the house, she expected that he would continue his thing with T-Baj, and she kept asking him what's up with them, as in Prince and T-Baj. And Prince didn't really answer the question. Dorothy chips in that she's not cool with T-Baj. Yeah, and T-Baj also says the same, that she's not cool with her. She goes on to say things were okay until Prince mentioned his only regret was having a thing with T-Baj outside the house. And then things were okay with, even though T-Baj and her fans engaged on Twitter, that things were okay with her. Until Prince mentioned his only regret was having a thing with T-Baj outside the house. That was why she got angry and blocked Prince everywhere and decided to take herself out of the situation. Now T-Baj is speaking. She feels the whole Prido, that is Prince and Dorothy thing, is Prince cloud chasing because he wanted to reach 1 million followers. We just realized, according to T-Baj, she says, we just realized he bought followers and he's still stuck at 929k, by the way. T-Baj was angry. Fans were always dragging her because of Prido. She got on to say she got angry when she saw Prince and Lilo kissing at the back of the bus in the last Saturday all-white night party. T-Baj says Prince kept saying he didn't want to do it, but Lilo was drunk and initiated it, and it did not even last for 5 seconds. Okay, now T-Baj is saying that she thinks Dorothy was pretentious in the house and she thinks she did so many stuff because of camera. Well, I don't know what's with this back and forth with T-Baj and Dorothy. Now Lilo is trying to speak. Lilo says she was drunk that night, and after the party, Prince invited her to sit with him. And when he held her, she kissed him, but he stopped her and told her that she was drunk. You get? Later on, she says Prince told her he wants to tell Dorothy about it, and she said it's cool, that she has nothing to hide and Dora was her friend. Prince and Dorothy had already fallen out due to the T-Baj situation earlier. Later on, Lilo asked Dora if Prince told her about what happened between them. Dorothy said no, and she told Dora herself, after which Dora got pissed. She said she was surprised because she knew Prince and Dora weren't dating. She had asked on several occasions and they said no, they are not dating. So why was Dorothy pissed? And she didn't understand why Dorothy was pissed, She said Dora then told her later that she will do something and it might hurt her and Lilo. And Lilo told her to chill. There was a blog about Lilo, Dorothy, Wathoni, Prince, and T-Baj being in the middle of it, as in kissing, relationship scandal and all that. And Lilo said she didn't like that fact, that she doesn't want to be engaged or entangled with man whatever, that she's busy making her money and this and that nobody should just come and involve her with any man situation. That was why she had to just tell Dorothy to clear her head. And she was surprised when she saw blogs of her Prince kissing Prince and all that and all that. That she was surprised. She wasn't happy, sha. So now going back to T-Baj, she said what pissed her off was that Prince called her being all sweet the night before Dorothy's birthday, and the next day he goes on to serenade Dora on her birthday, giving her flowers, and the T-Baj was like, okay, she called Prince and was like, okay, you giving her flowers, what of mine she gets? And that was what T-Baj was like saying. The Prince was like, as in Prince did not really answer her. He did not really talk on that. So Wathoni on the other hand is saying that she feels Prince started playing with the women in the house because Nengi rejected him. Prince refuses to address what Wathoni says, saying it's irrelevant. Prince is just saying he's always been cool with Dora and T-Baj in and outside the house, and they were just friends no matter what happened between them. He adds that when he got out of the house, his team didn't want him to have anything to do with T-Baj because they felt she wasn't loyal to him, but he didn't mind and wanted to have a convo between them. He adds that the video of him and T-Baj that went viral after he came out of the house wasn't planned, that T-Baj ran up to him and kissed him. He said they were just meeting for the first time since after the house. On the Lilo situation, he adds that all that happened between him and Lilo was just that 5-second kiss, and that was because Lilo was drunk. And T-Baj came into the room at that Friday night party. T-Baj came into the room to ask what was all about, shouting and all that, and he told her that they weren't a thing and she shouldn't come at him like that. So Prince was like replying what T-Baj said, that he never bought social media followers, that after all he's not even particular about social media, he doesn't care about social media. Saying he also said T-Baj kept talking about pre-Baj and he kept letting her know that they weren't together, that T-Baj even when Prince addressed the issue and told T-Baj that they were just that whatever anybody asks them, they should just say that they are just friends, that let there not be any pre-Baj or whatever, that he doesn't want it. So but T-Baj on the other hand was pre-Baj and social media, everything pre-Baj, giving the fans the impression that there was a pre-Baj. There is this pre-Baj thing, but Prince was like, no, that he doesn't want it. And Prince went on saying that he has never regretted any decision in his life, but he pointed at T-Baj and said this is one of his regrets he made in life. Well, guys, the relationship will not work, the friendship will not work. It was obvious that T-Baj was just so bitter. T-Baj loved him, yeah. T-Baj loved him so much, and she's so bitter that Prince had to leave her for someone else and did not want to make the relationship work. Well, I feel for a girl that needs love. I feel for T-Baj, and I understand she was all in her feelings. Even if there was even if she was just saying pre-Baj here and there, she was all in her feelings. And I understand, women, when we love like crazy. And Prince is ready to mend things with Dora, and he says that Dora is my friend and I love her to death. I've done things for Dora that I haven't done for anyone else. He says Dora says they are fine, but Prido is dead, like dead. So that is it for today's episode, guys. T-Badge being bitter about Prince not accepting their friendship or not wanting their relationship to go further, and Prince wanting to amend things with Dorothy, and Dorothy angry that Prince did not let him know about the situationship or the relationship between himself and Dorothy. And of course, Lilo kissing Prince at the all-wise party just for 5 seconds. So that's what happened, guys, basically. And guess what? Next week Monday is for Erica and Lekon. Yes, they will be in the show. Erica will be in the show next week, guys, and I can't wait. I'm very sure you guys can't wait, right? Okay, now see you guys in my next video, and have a great weekend. Bye bye.